tell me about the house. You guys got a new house? You're working on it, or what are you
Yeah,
doing?
we got a new house. I don't know what she said when she comes in, but we got bought a house down just south of Artesia,
Okay.
and we didn't take any walls completely out, but they had a bunch of those built-in fucking. Like they had a built-in entertainment center in the wall.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we ripped that out and pushed it back to the 2x4s. And then there's we got those display little cutouts for when you first walk in the house. They put your family picture or whatever there. So that's the first thing everybody sees. We ripped that fucking thing out. Had a little bit more space to it. Had we had to do the kitchen up, but we haven't done anything to it. And then had everything painted. Ripped out the first thing we did was ripped out the carpet. The carpet was gross.
We're gonna do floors in our house. We had a new double wide put on the property in 2019. It came with carpet in the bedrooms. But since it was new, let's wait until now.
Might as well.
Yeah. And now we're getting ready in the next couple months. We're gonna do the baseboards and put laminate in throughout the whole place.
What I forget what it was called, but it's like looks like wood. It's that fucking supposed to lock into place.
Yeah.
But we went with the more expensive route. We didn't have to do that foam sheeting.
The underlayment?
Yeah, the underlayment. Yeah. So the stuff that we got, it already has the underlayment on it already.
Gotcha.
It was a thicker.
More quiet.
I think it was 33 millimeters. Difference, I think it was.
It's pretty thick. 13?
33.
33 is pretty thick. 13 is even pretty thick.
I think that's the whole thickness of the whole thing.
That keeps it nice and quiet.
Yeah, I forget how much it was like with the underlayment, but the whole thing was about 33, I think. I might be wrong.
Who'd you have do it?
We started with a friend, and he started fucking it up. So then we had another friend that knew what he was doing, but he just didn't have the time. So then we went with we had already got a handyman over there.
Okay.
And I forget what I had him doing. He was helping out with the sheetrock and everything. And so he said he could do it, so we had him do it.
So where'd you buy the material at?
Home Depot.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. I found Donna found something she liked over there, and we're probably just gonna have them put it in too. And so we got a warranty on it.
Yeah.
I can complain if we fuck it up.
And their license and everything.
Yeah.
There's some spots on ours that's not the greatest, but I can live with it.
Yeah.
But again, you get what you pay for.
We had a friend of ours do our house in Las Vegas, and like 2 flights of stairs that we had to do. It came out good, but it took savings of the money took me about 2 months to get it all done. So, I mean, convenience of having it done quick
Yeah.
is worth a little bit more money to spend. I was going to tile my whole house. I got that tile that looks like wood, and I bought it, had it stored in my garage, and then my buddy decided to talk me out of that, so I had to take it all back.
We were going to go with that. I convinced her to go with the wood laminate, but she wanted to go with tile. But since we're in a modular home, we were going to have to get the backer board for it too.
Yeah.
And that, I forget how much it was, but it was going to end up being quite a bit more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, it saved me quite a bit of money. I took all that back and was able to pretty much use the whole amount, get the whole thing done, plus the installation, just the cost of the tile. And then I sold the house. And that's probably what I'm going to do with this one. Once I get everything done the way I want to get it done.
You have a decent sized property, don't you?
Yeah, acre and a quarter.
Yeah, ours is just 1.1. So
Yeah. That's almost the same size.
yeah, it's not much smaller.
I wanted to buy the lot next door to me, but no, it sold for way too much money.
Was there already a house going on?
No, it was just an empty lot that came up on the tax sale, and I went for like 50 grand. Just for no water rights, nothing. What's the insane amount of money? I don't know something. I mean, the view's nice, but also the street is so busy. Too. It's right on Irene, so it's super high traffic, high speed traffic. And
Oh,
all the fucking ambulances in town, and fire trucks, and cops, they use the road. And all in Athens. I'm glad my house is set back behind my steel building because it kind of gives it a little bit of a buffer.
yeah. 50 grand for an acre lot.
Yeah. I mean, they're supposed to be doing something with that big empty alfalfa field. I mean, they're growing alfalfa on it now. 500 some acres across the street from me. They're supposed to be putting in a harness racing outfit, a whole big old commercial thing.
The what?
Harness racing, or it's the horse and buggy.
That's what I thought you were talking about. That's weird.
Huh?
They're bringing that out here?
They want to have 3 kind of feeder farms for Las Vegas. So one is down in Avi, the other one's in another area in Southern California, and then this one here. And then they're gonna have a big old setup for the racing out in Vegas somewhere. But I don't see it happening anytime soon, and I don't know if it'll ever happen. People come in. It was a big old rendition of how it was going to look. And right at the end of my driveway was going to be the entrance to the campground, 200 and some space campground for people coming in with their horses and stuff like that. So a week after the auction, that's when a week after the auctions when they came out with those plans, and I figured, well, somebody knew something ahead of time, and that's why they spent so much money on that lot. But then it's just that, nothing, no one's done anything yet on it. We'll see.
That'd be something cool to have out here.
Yeah, I mean, it would make the value of my place go up a lot. I mean, they had a They had it's a 4,000 seat arena. They had the campground. They had a veterinary center. They had a commercial area where there would be like a Chili's, and a whole little strip center with commercials. What the rendition had. But like I said, whether that happens.
Just wait till it actually breaks ground.
Yeah. But I plan on probably selling my place in the next 5-6 years. My lease is up here in 5. I got 5 years on my lease here, so after that they're gonna just raise the rent so high that I'm probably not just gonna be able to afford to
You don't own?
I don't own the building.
Oh.
Shit, I wish I owned the building.
Oh, you're talking about for right here.
Yeah. So yeah, my lease is up here in 5. Got 5 more years. I got 5 more years starting next May, and my rent's controlled and affordable. But what they've been doing in here with people that don't have leases is when they try to negotiate a lease, they're doubling their rent. There's like the little Mexican restaurant right next door to me here. It's the same exact size, and they pay more than double than what I'm paying.
Really?
Yeah, they're paying a lot. And then the massage parlor, she sold that to another massage person, and they doubled her rent. But she didn't have a lease. She just sold the business, and then they had to renegotiate the rent rate, and it doubled. Most of the rent around is going for $1.50 a square foot. In this place here, they're going for $2 and $3 a square foot. Because of the smaller suites, like this is only 500 square foot, so $1,000 to $1,500 a month for rent in here. And I don't even pay $800 a month now.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Who owns the building?
Some Chinese outfit. He used to be a local dude, and he sold it. He sold this, and he sold the building on the corner that was the furniture store. Then it turned into that tire store. Now last week they painted it gray, took away the green, and it's going to be some sort of yeah, it's not green anymore. They just painted it last week.
Huh. I was wondering what was going on with that because every time I drove by there, their doors were always closed.
They didn't last very long at all, man. At all.
They should have stayed where they were at.
They should have. I think that's that's a lot of times, even if you move down the street, that's kind of why I had the lot up the street here next to the furniture store, and I still own it. I'm under contract. Supposed to close the 12th of September coming up, and we sold it. They're going to put a paint store, Sherwin-Williams paint store on that lot, and the lot next door to me up there. Just right here on the same drag on frontage road. You can just go up to the front of the furniture store, and
That lot that you've been trying to sell?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, sold it. And like I said, supposed to close here pretty soon. 4 weeks from now. And even, I thought about it. It's like even me moving the shop. The shop's been in the same spot for over 40 years. Since the building was built, it's been here. Just change of just up the street a lot of times to change things. so I was thinking, and the only reason I bought it was because when this building sold, I only had a few months on my first finance, and I was trying to get another 10 years, another 2 5-year leases out of it, and they were just ignoring me. So I said, wow. That was during COVID. And the guy that had the sandwich store next door, he owned that lot. And his wife got sick right around COVID. His wife was going to run this sandwich store right here, and he was going to open up a coffee shop on the lot of the street. So I bought it from him. And on the whole, I figured right after I bought it, they came back and said, okay, well, here's the offer we have for you on the lease, and they didn't raise my rent. Since we've been here so long, and they said that, since you guys have been here, this business has been here so long, we want to keep it there. So they gave me a pretty good deal on that, so it locked me in for another 10 years. So I decided to sell the lot of there. I'm surprised I didn't sell it quicker. Because it was a pretty good deal. But the problem is trying to build in this town is just a nightmare. The county wants all kinds of concessions and shit.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. We'll see what they make them do to build that store, that paint store, because it's right on that stop sign. So it's not the safest at intersections when you're coming up, to get back on the highway, or if you're heading north on 160, you turn right in, you could run right into somebody, and it's happened a few times already. Since I've been here, somebody's going north on frontage road, they hit that stop sign and they turn left to go out to the highway, and somebody's coming at a high rate of speed, not slowing down, and they turn in to go onto frontage road right as that person's already made the stop, and they hit. So I'm sure because of the impact that business is going to have, that they're making them do some sort of like little island, which is not cheap. When you do anything like that for traffic control, it is not cheap. So they might make up so you can only turn right coming out of there, and have a little island barrier, so if somebody's coming in off of the highway, they can only come in and turn right versus left. Once you come off the highway, I bet you that's probably what they're going to do. But even that concrete island is going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. And the same place has bought it from me twice. But last year they put an offer in, and they canceled the last day of the due diligence, which meant I couldn't keep the earnest money. And when they came back and put another offer in, and now I'm past the due diligence. So when you buy a property, you have to put earnest money down, but you
Right.
have a certain amount of time, and then to inspect and make sure that it's feasible for what you want to do. And they've passed that, so I have $15,000 from them in escrow. That if they cancel now, they don't get it back.
Right.
So I don't think they're going to back out of the deal this time because they've also spent over 50 grand, I guess, for permits and for blueprints and design of the building, and submitted that already to the county. They've got the property surveyed. They've already pulled permits to build it.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's going to go through this time. If it don't, for some reason, they cancel on me between now and the deadline, then I keep the 15 grand, and I'm definitely not going to sell it to them again, because they've taken it off the market this whole selling season, and last selling season. That's why I've had it so long. Springtime's the best time to be selling properties, and spring and summer. Fall and winter tends to be a slower time. But if they back out of the deal now, I'm gonna come back and try to buy it again. I'm gonna counter back at like $5 million. Say fuck you.
Yeah.
Third time's nope. Yeah, I don't see them doing that though.
That was all the money and time they put into it.
Just the 15 grand they'd lose out, for not following through with the sale deed. It's a lot of money just to throw away, but it's a big corporation.
Well, yeah, if it was just 15 grand, but all that money they put into the plans and permits and everything too.
Crazy. So I'm hoping somebody comes along and wants to take over this shop. Otherwise, I'll just pull all my stuff out of here, and I'll have one hell of a garage with toolboxes. I already got a bunch in my garage now, as it is. Take all these tools and put them in my garage.
So you're done after this leaves up?
What's that?
So you're done after this
Yeah,
leaves up?
Well, it takes me 5 more years starting in May. So that takes me up until I'm 64 years old. So I don't plan on cutting hair and perump anymore. I plan on selling my place, turning this over to somebody or selling it. And then going to Florida. I'll probably just live in my RV.
There you go.
I'm trying to, right now, looking at property in Florida. I'd like to get a small, tiny property, small house, or just property with a storage building on it so I can just keep my stuff in it. we lived in Tampa, and we're thinking we want to go back to north of Tampa, Ocala, Gainesville area, for the winters. So from like Halloween until about May, and then take off and go up north.
Okay.
Not
It's
stay
hot
in.
down there.
It's hot as hell in the summertime. From June till about Halloween, it's really, really miserable. But for the winters are amazing. I mean, you do have the humidity, but you've got just. I find that it's even nicer than here in the wintertime, I mean, because here tends to still get cold, where in Florida, it's nice, comfortable.
Yeah, humidity's not bad when it's cooler.
Yeah. Plus, we're planning on going up a little bit further north. Once you hit the Orlando, kind of that line of Orlando, um, it tends to get so much more hot, more humid from that point all the way down to the Keys. And I like the Ocala National Forest. So you've got a lot of pines up north like that, and no mountains, but it's pretty dense. A lot of fresh water, springs in the interior of Florida. Less gators and stuff once you get up north like that. The gators are more concentrated south of Orlando. And we had a gator living in our retention pond in Tampa. It started off with about this big, and all the kids and shit were feeding it their lunch and stuff like that. We lived in this apartment complex before we bought our house, and we lived there for a couple of years, and that thing grew pretty fast, and it was not shy about walking through the apartment complex because it associated food. I mean, it was just. That was probably 6 foot long by the time we moved out.
Damn it.
Yeah, you had to open up your door, because you open up your doors, you got these outdoor corridors, you know, with the apartment, everybody goes in their apartment. You had to open up your door and make sure the gator wasn't out there, because it'd walk through the corridor.
Either throw it a snack or become a snack.
Yeah, I mean, they get to be a danger to everybody and themselves that way, you know, after a while, you can't really, they have to be euthanized.
Well, I mean, with any animals, that's why they say not to feed the horses and the donkeys or whatever.
Yeah. And that one horse, the baby horse over there, somebody evidently at Saddle West chased the little one with a golf cart, an employee evidently, and hit it, and that's why it's limping. So they've been trying to get a hold of some sort of outfit to give them permission to give it care. In the meantime, it's hobbling. It's the new baby that was just born not too long ago. Over there at the Calvada Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if the dude came clean or what. Talk about having the town lynch you. Fuck.
Fuck, the veterinarian.
The one on Homestead.
I don't know where he was at, but the guy who was killed himself.
Oh, that guy for for kicking that horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that something may have happened with that other, because there's another, the Homestead, the one on Homestead is closing. Yeah, and I don't know if that had anything to do with that guy or not, but that makes two, because I think that one on the north end of town, we used to take our animals up there to the one on the north side of town, but I would never take my animals there unless I absolutely had to. The one way up north,
Yeah, that's where I take mine.
yeah, I would not go there at all, ever again. And I think it closed.
No, they're still
Are
open.
they open? I think they had some sort of revolt or something with their doctors, and all the doctors quit, all the vets quit
Oh, I don't know.
recently, and they closed the doors, and so they must have reopened then. Unless you haven't been up there in a while. That's not too long ago they closed.
We were up there just this last weekend.
Okay, and they're open again.
Maybe they did have some issue. I know there was an old man vet that was up there.
Did he retire?
And
He's
well, so the person that I guess originally owned it, when I first started coming up here in like 16, 18, whatever, I forget when I first went to that vet. It was a younger guy. I think he's probably maybe my age or maybe in his 50s. I don't know. The guy was really fit. He seemed younger than me, but
I think I know who you're talking about.
he retired and sold the place. And I guess that's when they started having issues with their vets.
Yeah, I just don't have a good feeling about that place. So
We actually I think she was picked up his ashes a few days ago. We
yeah,
just had to euthanize one of our dogs.
that sucks.
He was he only had one back leg, and he'd been like that for most of his life. Uh, and
That creates issues once they get older. For
yeah,
sure.
after getting old, I think he was like 13. Uh, his feet were always getting swollen. He was always licking his feet. His joints were swelling up. He didn't want to get up anymore, really.
That sucks.
So we just took him up there. It was just gonna get worse. And I'm not one to allow my animals to just live in pain
Yeah,
because I would be sad that they're gone, you know?
I hear you. I took my Great Dane up there. They euthanized my Great Dane. Up that like summer month in town. They tried to get her to come out of it. But she got sick during COVID and couldn't get her to come out of whatever she got.
You don't have a Dane anymore?
Nope, I haven't had her for 3 years, 4 years now.
Wow.
2020. So yeah,
She was a Merle, wasn't she?
yeah. She was a
Videos.
Harlequin.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, she went 2020, October of 2020, and she was 8 years old.
I didn't even notice that. In all the videos that you make, I didn't even notice that she wasn't in there.
I had a Shepherd and a Great Dane. Those two were partners. I lost the Shepherd. I put the Shepherd down. It'll be 3 years this October. That was tough because that was the slow. The Great Dane was just a shocker. She got up one day and she was sick and totally just took me by surprise. But the Shepherd, because she was 14 years old and she had hip dysplasia, so it was like a long goodbye. Just fucking tore me up. Cause I had to plan the day and all that stuff. And, yeah, so October 23rd. And Jam came out already. We did it at the house. now we go to this one over next to the Toronto. Nye County Animal Center. We've got 2 cats and 3 dogs. I've got a healer mix. And we actually got her from the vet. Somebody had brought her in. We got her back in May of 2 years ago. So she's gonna be 4 years old at Christmas time. White healer mix, white. But Donna cuts the vet's hair. I cut her the vet's husband's hair. They live up in Idaho, and I've had practice here for years. They live here as well, but I ranch up in Idaho, but they take transport back and forth to.
Yeah, Annie used to use them, but I guess their availability isn't.
Yeah, it's tough. If Donna didn't have her on speed dial, we wouldn't be using her. Because Donna cuts her hair, so they're kind of friends. So she's willing to, on the fly, if something's wrong, she'll come in for Donna.
Yeah.
But if we didn't know her like that, fuck that. No, wouldn't be happening. Because she's real difficult to get. And she won't let you go if you have to euthanize an animal. She won't let you go in with it. So that's why we had Jan come out for my shepherd. I didn't want to take and just drop my shepherd off, but I did drop my cat off recently with her. My cat was so sick that the cat was not even. She was out of it. She was so sick that it wouldn't have mattered had I went in. The dog's different. The
Yeah.
dog is just like almost, I don't want it to be a traumatic ending for my dog, so I had Jan come out. It looks good. It's taking you a while to get this beard grown out. I remember how thin it was when we first started.
Well, you can see my hair is thin as fuck. Even without the receding hairline, it's always been thin since I was a kid. It always just takes forever to grow.
I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying not having a beard. It's a while since I got a beard. It goes so fast. For now. Really having it short. So I want to get another shepherd, but I'm holding off getting a shepherd. I want to get a young one or even a pup. Start her off with, start her off and train. Holding off getting another one because I've got the 3 now. I've got the 2 little ones and I've got the healer. And my mom has 2 little dogs. She's got a little beagle mix and then a terrier mix. And I might have to take those dogs temporarily once she sells her house. So I don't want to have 6 dogs because that'll make 5 dogs. If I take her 2, I've got my mom's house up for sale right now. And once it sells, it's in Washington. Once it sells, then we're going to order her a new house. And that takes about 4 to 6 months to get, a double wide order and set. Got the property all ready for it. I just don't want to have a loan. So mom needs to sell her house, put that money in the bank, and then buy a new house to put on her lot. It's only been on the market for a couple weeks, but she hasn't had an offer. She's like, I want to get my house. I'm like, well, you want to have a $2,000 a month loan? I don't think so. So she's gonna have to go live in an apartment for 4 to 6 months once her house sells. Just while everything's getting ordered, it would be nice to get it and do it first. And the thing is, it's so risky with real estate, especially. I'm so tired of going to Washington State. I mean, I don't mind going up there if I wasn't working. But I've been having to go up there and prepare my mom's house to get sold. And we had to have some upgrades done on it. A bunch of yard sales. And it's just like every time I've had any free time, I've had to go up there. Usually by myself. It'd be different if I didn't have to shop and Donna and I could go up there. So we had 2 acres. We divided it into 3. Sold off a lot to our neighbor, keeping a lot for my mom and selling off the house. So the lot that my mom's gonna have her house on, I had to get it all improved. So good thing I wasn't in a hurry for that. But I had to have the water brought in. There's no well, so we had to have the water hooked up, septic approved, power pole brought in. Got all that done. Irrigation hookup. There's 2 sources of water. But then all the legalities of having a lot divided. And they don't seem to ever be in a hurry to work it out. So it's a good thing I got all that done. Now I just need to sell the house. Buy it. Sell it. Not go that far. Got rid of that bush, the bushiness on the sides. Got rid of that bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right, brother. There you are. Thanks for being my first guy today. Yeah, it's been crazy in here with back to school.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Can I do Zelle?
Really good card.
Yeah, do card. I don't know. Donna helps me out with that other stuff. Beard butter, beard balm. Beard butter, I would use that. Have you tried beard balm to see that stuff before?
Have not.
Beard balm. what I sell, but I usually have some of the beer, but I do volume in there too. So I just don't have the beach blend. That's what I put in there. Okay, you can tap it.
It's got the balm on it.
Yeah, 50 for the beard and the cut, and then 20 for that balm. And I gotta write it down before I forget.
The credit card or the
Retail. But I pay the sales tax on it, so I just have to keep track of it. Just easier for me to do that and not charge the sales tax. I add everything up that I sell each quarter, and then I just pay the sales tax on the whole total, versus having to go back through each, so I mean, really, if there were $20 plus 8% tax,
right.
It's like, yeah. I'm still making a little money on it, so it's easier just to do it that way.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
All right, brother. Have a good weekend. Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have a good day.
You too.